Hello and welcome to Crimes of the Heart Tarot. I'm Miss Vicki, and I'm going to use the tarot to see if we can gain more insight into unsolved mysteries, deaths, and disappearances. I also want to thank Miss Amanda for asking me to join her wonderful Afterlife Adventures family. If you haven't watched her amazing Spirit Box sessions, you need to start now. She is truly gifted. Let's get started. Welcome, Truth Seekers, to Crimes of the Heart Tarot. Today, I'm going to do a reading for Summer Moon Utah Wells, the little girl that's been missing, since June 15th of 2021. There's an awful lot of stories and theories and all kinds of things going around the internet about what happened to her. And hopefully we're going to be able to set some things straight. Tomorrow would be Summer's 6th birthday. So happy birthday, Summer, wherever you are. And I have called on my spirit guides to give me true and direct messages through the cards about what happened to Summer. I've surrounded myself with the white light of truth and protection, and I've also surrounded the cards and my viewers with the white light. So let's get started. As you can see, I've laid out a lot of cards upright. These are the affirmator cards, and I bought these because they look like something that Summer would like. It looks like her colorful, beautiful, exciting. The backs are gorgeous, golden colors, really pretty. This just reminded me of her spirit. So we're going to start with these. A little bit of background if you don't know. She was reported missing from her home June 15th, 2021 by her mother. The story is, and I call it a story because we're just taking people's words for what happened at this point. There's not any evidence. It's mainly hearsay stories and things that people have said. I do understand that her mother and father, Candace and Don Bly Wells, Candace Bly Wells and Don Wells, did pass lie detector tests. I don't know if that means a whole lot in this day and age, but that's the story. That's what's been put out there. Police did a massive manhunt into the area. The FBI was called out. The sniffing dogs came out, and they did pick up a scent on the road by their house that disappeared when it hit gravel, but I don't know if that could have been just prior energy, scent, whatever. I'm not sure if the dogs were cadaver dogs or just sniffer dogs. They didn't say. Anyway, we need to know about her. So we're going to use these cards first. I'm going to shuffle them up. I have pre-shuffled everything, but just need to do a little bit more. All right, we want to ask the cards about Summer Wells. And I'm going to start with first just a few cards to give us some background. Lay a few out, see if we can get a story. See what's been going on. I'm hoping that these cards have attracted Summer's energy. These cards are so beautiful and so interesting. They just reminded me of her. All right, let's lay a few cards out. These are big cards. But they have her energy. I just felt like this was something she would be attracted to. She was full of life. She was a tomboy, they said. In fact, they said that she willingly had her head shaved a few days before she disappeared. I don't know. I don't want to put a lot of ideas into the cards, what may or may have happened. I want to leave it up to the information we get from the cards. See what we come up with. So we're going to lay a few cards out. There we go. Whoa. All right. These are kind of flexible. Alright. Just a few to start. Then we're going to ask specific questions. Alright, we've got first card. I'm going to go through these kind of slowly. The Star. This card really represents summer. She was a little star, happy, running all around, brightness, adventurous, everything. That's her card right there. Next card is the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is about money. It's actually an ending card. It represents the end of a lifetime. It could represent an end of a business, but it's money orientated. It could also mean, Pentacles can mean earth, they can mean health. 10 cards are usually endings, so I'm not sure about that. We need to see more cards before we decide anything. They decide anything. All right, next card is the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is a really powerful knight. He's full of energy. Swords are ideas, imagination, but they can also cut both ways. He's here, there, and everywhere. Real aggressive, not always thinking things out properly, thinking things through. Not sure who that represents either. Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles represents balance. It's trying to balance two things usually. It can be money, it can be health, it can be ideas, or usually swords, but it could be almost anything. Then we have the Three of Swords. This is heartache. This is stabbed in the back. This is a sad card. These are cute cards. I have to kind of get used to them. Then we have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles, it says on their to-do list. He's very active, can be bringing messages, but it's usually money, gifts, anything like that. It's a younger person. All right, well, that doesn't really tell us a whole lot. It just shows that she was there. Money's involved. Balancing money. Three of Swords. All right, I'm going to ask a few questions now. First of all, I want to know if Summer Moon Wells, I'm just going to call her Summer. It's a long mouthful of a name. Did her mother have anything to do with her disappearance? There's been so many stories. Apparently her mother and father did pass a lie detector test, but I understand that her mother has also been heavily medicated, self-medicated, and otherwise, prescriptions and everything else. Did her mother have anything to do with her disappearing that day? Give us some information here. Tell me something. We really want to know. These don't spread out very good, but they're beautiful cards. All right, let's see what we can get. All right. Did Candace Bly Wells have anything to do with her daughter's disappearance? And we're going to have categories for the questions. All right, this one came up too. Got a few cards here. I'm getting used to these cards. I was hoping that they'd have her energy, Summer's energy in them. All right, did Candace Wells have anything to do with Summer's disappearance? We have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is somebody battle weary. They call it the Wounded Warrior card. Standing her ground, fighting, feels like she's been fighting all her life. Beaten down. This is almost a victim card too, in a way. I'm doing these upright because I think there's a lot of rich material here. And we have the Devil. The Devil card represents addictions, obsessions, things like that. The person that gets the Devil card and the Nine of Wands, that's a difficult life. That's someone that is addicted to something. It could be sex, it could be drugs, it could be just being obsessed with somebody or something. I think in Candace's life it was drugs and sex, maybe, who knows. There's rumors of her having a lover and all that. I don't want to defame her. This is, just my opinion of what the cards are saying. This is a difficult situation right here. Then we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is kind of a fiery, happy-go-lucky young person running all around, bringing information, bringing fire. This could be summer. This could represent summer. I'm not sure. We need more cards. Let's put these down. And then we have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords represents someone who feels trapped. They feel like they're in a hopeless situation. There's no way out. They're a victim. This is a victim card. They don't see the truth. They don't know what's going on in reality. They just have their opinions. They're prisoners. They can't do anything about their life. They can't change anything. Maybe take some more drugs. This is really interesting, these 4 cards. This points to Candace as having an awful lot of problems. Awful lot of problems. And I think we kind of know that. I mean, if you've followed the news, I try not to get too involved in the news because I don't want it to color the readings. But it is out there. A little bit more. Candace. Did Candace injure Summer? Did she hurt her daughter some way? Is she the cause of Summer's disappearance? Give me some cards here. Let me know. I don't know. It's hard to say. Everybody has their story. Everybody on YouTube has got a different story. Let's see if we can get a little bit more on Candace. I really want to know more about her. Okay, we have Ace of Pentacles. I don't want to read these reversed for now. I'm going to read other ones. 8 of Wands, 7 of Wands. Okay, the question was she responsible for her daughter disappearing? We have the start of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. It means a gift. It can mean, actually, it's a positive card. The start of getting some money. This means getting a little money, which I think they needed. 8 of Wands. Wow, the 8 of Wands. This is like a message, a really quick, fast message coming to the ground. This is something swift. Wands are fire. Something fiery happened. Something came quick. Something happened that you weren't expecting. It could be a message. It could be something happening. And then we have the 7 of Wands. This is a person under attack. Wands, again, are fire, the reality. They're somebody under attack. Wow, Candace was really, really under attack in her mind. The Page of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. I almost feel like she resented her daughter. It doesn't mean she had anything to do with her disappearance, but there is a lot of stress going on. All right, let's do a little bit more. I think we'll ask a different question. I think we'll ask if Summer's father, Don, had anything to do with her daughter disappearing. Was Don Wells involved in the disappearance of Summer? Let's get some clarification. I'd like to... These cards are difficult to shuffle, but they're so cute. They so represent Summer. All right. Did Don Wells have anything to do with her disappearance? We've got the 4 of Swords. Okay, the 4 of Swords is basically building a happy home, wanting a happy home. It's thoughts. It's feelings. It's having done something positive in your life, even though the rest of your life may be negative. The Lovers, it shows two people together. It can mean two parts of your life coming together. It can mean a choice too. It's a positive card. So I don't see anything about Dawn there. The Hermit card. Oh, how cute that is. The Hermit card represents someone going within for answers. It can also mean someone that's kind of a loner or kind of hides its feelings. I don't know what Dawn was really like. And then we have the Page of Swords. Here we go again. This is somebody running all around. Thoughts, ideas. Can't even keep up with their ideas. Knowledge, but knowledge, crazy knowledge. Knowledge here, knowledge there. Scattered feelings, scattered thoughts. That could be Dawn too, but I don't see that pointing to him doing anything to Summer. The mother had a lot of negative feelings about her daughter. I don't believe that I've read much about abuse or anything like that in the family. I think it was mostly neglect. All right, I want to do another reading, another draw for people on the outside. Was there any involvement with someone coming and taking her, kidnapping her, whatever you want to call it? Okay. Let's just read these. Here we go again. We've got the Moon. This is dark things. This is hidden things. This is secrets. There were a lot of secrets around where they lived. There was a lot of drug use, drug selling, drug making, a lot of... I have to say that this morning when I woke up, I was thinking about doing this reading, and I had the name Crystal in my mind, and I kept thinking, Crystal, who is Crystal? And I actually Googled Summer Moon, Utah Wells, and Crystal, and I came up with crystal meth. Methamphetamine around the area is terrible. It's almost like the throughway for the drug. It comes from Mexico. I read this on the human trafficking website. The meth and other drugs come up from Mexico. They go on to Knoxville, and that's where they're distributed, Knoxville, Tennessee. So they're right through the pathway through there, and there are a lot of drugs around that area. Might have been drugs involved. Then we have the Sun. The Sun's a happy card. So it's kind of a positive, everything's going to be okay. It kind of talks about children, but I don't see anything about someone taking her, but we haven't gone that far yet. And we have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is hoarding money, hanging on to money, watching your money, being greedy, being selfish. There again, I don't see a whole lot about someone taking Summer, someone doing away with Summer. Let's move these over here. All right, a few more cards from this deck and then we'll move on. I want to know if Summer, her physical body, is on the property. Did someone somehow do away with her? Was she accidentally murdered? Accidentally, I guess the word would be accidentally killed. Is she there still? Is her little body there still? That's a tough thing to ask. These cards don't want to talk about it. Three of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, Eight of Pentacles. Okay, we're getting money again. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles are three people working together. Basically, it could be a business, it could be anything. It could mean health, anything physical. The Nine of Swords is the Nightmare card. This is a nightmare. There's nightmares everywhere. Negative things going on. I believe that area around there is full of nightmares. From what I understand, the meth Addiction is a terrible thing. People will do anything to get money to buy it, and it's everywhere. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles represents someone that's worked very, very hard worker, made a lot of money, built up something, a lot of money, and kind of done his thing. So there's a lot of business, a lot of money to be made in that area, and it's not coming from a good source. I want to use another deck. I want to put these aside for now and use a different deck and see if we can get a little bit more information about her. Poor little Summer. Nobody's found her. Nobody knows what's happened to her. We hear all these stories. Alright, we're going to use a little bit more realistic deck here to see if we can get answers. What happened to Summer? Where has she gone? She's been gone for a long time now. June 15th. What is that, 7 months? No one's found her. No one knows what happened to her. Nobody's seen her, according to the reports. And you can't believe everything that you hear or see. Alright, I want to lay down a lot of cards for this. Was she accidentally killed? Did she wander off and get injured? Did someone take her? Did someone sell her? She knew that area really well. She was a tomboy. I can't see her just leaving. Apparently her mother said the last time she saw her, she was headed into the house. The boys were supposed to be watching her 3 brothers. But her 3 brothers were doing internet stuff, playing games, whatever. I don't know how well they watched her. I mean, I think the oldest boy was 11 at the time. They're not really cut out to be babysitters at that age. So she supposedly, Candace, Summer's mother, said she went into the house after helping her grandma plant flowers, her and her grandma. She went in to play, went down to the basement, which was kind of her little playroom. The basement was one of those downstairs, almost for, with a what they call a walkout basement that had a door out to the backyard. So she could have gone out that door. They didn't lock it, but I mean, she's 5 years old. She's smart enough to know how to unlock a sliding door. It's possible that she went out and wandered off, but for some reason the cards haven't really pointed to that. Let's find out what happened to her. What happened at the house? What happened to her? Where did she go? Did someone take her? Did someone accidentally kill her? Did she wander off and get eaten by a bear? Which doesn't sound like Summer to me. A lot of questions, a lot of people with ideas and stories and their version of things. This is the truth seekers. We want the truth. We are trying to cut through all the stories, all the fancy things, everything that really doesn't help us find out what happened. We want the truth. Those are reversed, but we'll read them that way. Alright, we have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles. This is hoarding, hanging on to money, wanting money. Also can mean secrets, hiding secrets, which I think there are plenty of secrets in that family. And it's next to Strength. That's a strong card. It means self-reliance, not being afraid. I don't know who that would refer to in that family because I think they're kind of like the opposite of that, but we'll keep going. It could be Summer. Then we have the Hierophant and the Magician. The Hierophant is usually making a commitment to something. It can be a religion, it can be an organization, it can be a belief system, it could even be drugs, being dedicated to your drugs. Next to the Magician is a manifester. That means that's someone who can make things happen. It can be magic. Drugs sometimes seem magic. I have the drugs on my mind. It's such a bad area. All right, what happened to her? We've got death. Death and rebirth. This could mean that she has passed on. It does mean rebirth. It doesn't always mean death. It's next to the Eight of Wands in reverse. Eight of Wands in reverse would mean no messages, no information, nothing good happening, just hidden things, quiet. That's what we seem to be getting. We have the Queen of Swords, and the Four of Swords. Queen of Swords is someone who can be very sharp-tongued. It's usually truth, but it can be somebody that's difficult to deal with. It's next to the Four of Swords. Look at this picture. I think this with this is pretty scary. I mean, the Four of Swords means someone who really needs a rest, needs to lay down, could be recovering from an illness. It could mean death. Both of these cards could mean death, and I don't want to be negative, but you have to believe in what you see here. You have to go with what you're being shown. And we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is charity. It can be giving to one and someone taking, giving and taking, begging and being generous. It's about money again. There's money going on in this. Then we have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is kind of like, cups are emotions. They're love. They can mean any kind of emotion, really. This is kind of a positive card. I want to hold this card back over here for now. Then we have the Knight of Swords upside down. This is somebody going crazy, running all around, chasing things. And the Knight of Swords is a very quick person, quick situation, something that happened really fast. Also, he's chasing a motorcycle. Upside down, it's kind of a negative thing. It's somebody that you really don't want to be around, somebody you can't trust, lying. We have the Emperor upside down. The Emperor is a really powerful man. This is a powerful man. He's self-made man. He has grown his business amazingly. He's usually a kind man, but reversed, it's someone who is controlling, someone who is not kind, can be cruel. I'm not sure who that represents. This card together. Nine of Cups. It's usually called the wish cup, that you get what you want. Who was getting their wish? Who was getting their wish fulfilled? I don't really see anything about what happened to her in the cards. It's like they don't want to talk about it. I think we're going to use just a little bit different deck. I'm not feeling these decks. Alright, we're going to use the Haunted House deck. This can have some deep things in it. We need some truth. What happened this summer? What happened? Where did she go? How did she disappear? Is she alive? Is she with somebody? We're not getting a lot of answers. Focus on her mother. We focused on her mother. Her mother had major problems. I don't think she had any kind of a supervised home life. In fact, they said the conditions in the home were pretty negative. And they did remove her 3 older brothers from the house. CPS came and took them. What happened to her? Did her mother accidentally do something to her? Her mother focuses in these readings so much. Did her mother accidentally hurt her? I don't know. The cards giving me a lot of different messages. I think the problem is with trying to get the cards to speak that there's been so many misconceptions going on. I feel like they're trying to straighten it out, but it's difficult. All right, the first card, Four of Pentacles. Here we have the money, the holding on to money, the greed. There's money involved in this reading. There's money involved in her disappearance. And we have the King of Wands. That's really scary. I hope that's not somebody with Summer. The King of Wands is usually, he's upright. He's usually, again, a strong person. Somebody, this is the boss. This is the boss man. I don't see this as Don Wells, and I don't see it as anybody that was around them. This is somebody else. I'll put him over there. We have the High Priestess, and then we have the Tower. The High Priestess, I don't know if you can see this. The High Priestess is an amazing woman. She does have the moon behind her because she doesn't tell her secrets a lot. There's a lot of secrets involved. But that doesn't mean a bad thing necessarily. It means you need to use your subconscious and open up your mind more to think about things. She can be a positive person. And she's next to the Tower. The Tower is instant destruction. It could mean something happening. Sometimes it means something that needs to be happening that you've put off, but it's sudden. Whatever happened to Summer was quick. It happened that day, I believe, the day that they reported her missing or the day before. It was fast. We have the Six of Pentacles. Here we have the giving and taking again. Giving money, taking money. This is about money. This is about manipulation. This is about somebody who has a lot of money, the powerful man, giving to the weaker people. I have to think that something like that happened. Then we have the Seven of Cups. This is wishful thinking. This is being in a fantasy land, not really knowing what's going on, which I think drugs do to people. This is putting people in an environment that normally they wouldn't be in, except for the drugs. And we have, wow, we have the Empress. This is a really positive woman. This is also could be the pregnancy card. It's a beautiful, powerful woman, usually good. It was reversed, so it's not that positive of a card. I see someone in the reverse that's being held against their will. A woman. This is a woman. And there's love involved. We've got the the Six Major Arcana card, which is the Lovers. But look, there, if you can see in this, there's a third person watching. There's somebody watching these women, watching this couple, the man and woman. Jealousy, someone left behind, jealousy card. Now we have the Hierophant. This is a commitment, making a commitment to something. This could be the church. They were involved in a church. I'm not sure that the church had anything to do with her disappearance. I don't really see that. I see that in their minds. I see drugs, chaos, needs for money. Did Summer wander around her property? Was she outside her property and picked up by someone? It could be possible. Her parents were, her father was supposedly at work. Her mother and grandmother were apparently into drugs and whatever, so they weren't around. Was she picked up by someone who took her, saw her wandering around and saw nobody there and just took her? Okay, we have Two of Wands. This is planning something. This is somebody planning something. I know that Candace, Summer's mother, did a lot of social media. She put a picture of Summer on Snapchat or one of those online groups that showed Summer next to a for sale sign on a barrel. The for sale sign on the barrel had been for, they had had garage sales. But she posted this picture the day before Summer disappeared with a for sale sign and a picture of her daughter. There's a lot of human trafficking in that area with the meth and the drug trade. And I did some research online about this because of my thoughts about the meth. It came really strong, meth, meth, meth. Not so much Candace, though she is into drugs and prescription drugs and whatever. It's next to the Magician. This is somebody who manifests things. This is somebody planning and manifesting something, making something work. This is a somewhat powerful person or group. You know, looking at these cards, I almost think somehow or another that Summer was picked up by somebody. I think she went off and was playing. Nobody knew what she was doing. We have the Three of Pentacles, three people working together. I don't think it was her family. I think it was a group around her family. And I think somebody might have just picked her up and carried her off. A few more cards. This is really vague, this reading this time. I'm not getting a lot about what happened to her. It's almost like Summer's shielding this. She doesn't want us to know. I don't want her to feel ashamed or scared. We just want the truth. We just want the truth. We want to know what happened to her. How does a little 5-year-old girl disappear like that in her own yard? I mean, it wasn't downtown, but there were a lot of negative things going on around her. A lot of negative things. All right. We've got the Eight of Swords. Here again, we have this feeling of being trapped, held prisoner. Is this Summer? Was she taken? First I thought it was Candace, and it could apply to her. But this could be Summer. She could have been taken against her will. She could have been grabbed by somebody. If you look up the human trafficking website, they talk about how prevalent it is around the meth trade, and it's just everywhere around that area of Tennessee. I hate to say that about the area. It's a beautiful area. There's good people, but this has been going on. All right, it's next to the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is a fiery person. Swoops in, takes, full of passion, full of heat. Somebody that's in a hurry, that's not afraid, but maybe needs to do something. Maybe needs to do something because of drugs. And then we have the Chariot. Somebody with a vehicle. I think somebody took her from what I'm seeing here. I think the online postings might have inspired somebody, just somebody in the area tipping off the people that take children and women and men and put them into the human trafficking program. I don't call it a program, system. I think someone saw her wandering around. She might have been down the road a little bit. Nobody was watching her. I think she was taken. I see the car, I see the fire, somebody who's burning up inside, maybe somebody that's on drugs, taking her, took her, holding her prisoner. That's what I'm getting. I get, my feelings are in this too, and I'm trying not to be emotional. I'm trying to be cut and dried. But I don't think, no matter how Candace felt about her daughter, or her life, or the chaos in her life, I don't think she did anything to her. She was lethargic. I don't think she did a whole lot. She was kind of zoned out. I don't think she would have sold her daughter. I don't think Dawn would have done that. I think somebody picked Summer up. I don't think anybody was watching her. Obviously, oh, here we go. Obviously, this is a lot of cards. This is too many. We'll just take the ones we can't see. No one was watching her. No one really cared about what she was doing. Okay, we have, this is the Ace of Cups. This is about being offered something. This is love, emotion, things like that, but it's an offering. This is an offering. It's almost like someone offered her to someone else. I feel like she was an offering, not a sacrifice, not anything weird like that, but she was offered to someone that had money and power. That's what I'm getting from the cards. In trade for money or drugs. This is what I'm feeling. The Knight of Swords. He came in, he swooped down, and he took her. And it's all drug related, money related. That's what I feel. We have the King of Cups. King of Cups is a powerful man. Look at those. I don't know if you can see these cards that well. Powerful, lots of love. I almost feel like they took her and they deceived her. I don't know if she's still alive with us or not. But this is a powerful man. This person connected with the drugs and the money, he's almost like a mafia head. Powerful, loving, kind until you cross him. That's what I get. And then we have Temperance. This means balancing things, but look at these ladies. Two ladies, maybe in the sex trafficking, human trafficking situation. Boy, I'm really getting that strong. And then we have the Fool. The Fool is someone who goes blindly ahead, wandering off, taking a leap of faith. I don't know if this would be Summer. Maybe she just danced off into the bushes, chased something, and somebody grabbed her. I think somebody was watching her. There was something going on there. I don't know if Summer's still with us. I don't know if we'll get that answer. We've already seen the Death card. I hate to say that, but it could also stand for the death of your life as you knew it. Wow, got a lot of this. We're going to have to end this here, I think. These are all reversed. These are upright. All right, we have, this is the Eight of Wands. This is fire, passion, emotion coming at you. Something happening quickly. Whatever happened to her happened fast. Two of Swords. This is kind of a stalemate card. It means putting things off, trying to figure out what to do. Nobody had a problem with trying to figure out what to do. Whoever did this had a plan. They did it quick. We've got the Wheel of Fortune upside down. This can mean bad luck, whatever happened, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, or I think she was kind of targeted, kind of not. Seven of Wands. Whoa, this is her. I think emotionally she tried to fight. She's just a tiny little girl. And it shows someone under attack. This person's being attacked. She's fighting for her life. Reversed, it's pretty serious. It means that she was fighting for her life and maybe she's not anymore. I want to believe she's still alive. We have the Nine of the Major Arcana. Wow, my mind, I'm just thinking about her. I'm almost foggy-headed thinking about this little girl being carried off. This is the Hermit card again, kind of a loner, somebody that doesn't want to be around people. Whoever took her could have been somebody that obviously doesn't want to be known, but hides who they are. This is somebody who hides who they are. And if you're on drugs, you do that too. All right, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Here we have money again. This person is rethinking. This is rethinking everything. Everything's redone. This is a new thing, new life. I don't know if Summer's still alive. I would hope that she didn't suffer as she's not. I'm not sure. I did get the Death card. Cards are falling out in clumps right now. I want to speak. All right, here we go. Five of Wands, arguing. There's a lot of arguing and strife. Maybe someone didn't want to take this little girl. Maybe somebody, it could have been two people that were involved in kidnapping her. Maybe one of them really didn't want to do that, didn't want to take a little girl. It also shows chaos in the situation. Whoever these people are, they're mixed up, arguing, fighting. They don't know what they're doing. And then we have the Five of Cups. This is walking away, not thinking there's anything left. This is somebody walking away. Whoever was fighting and arguing, I think one person might have walked away from this. There might have been two people involved in the kidnapping to start, and that's what I feel. Maybe one walked away, didn't want to be involved in it, or walked away after the fact and was hiding. We're getting down to the last cards. Eight of Pentacles. Here we are again. This is the same card, fighting. But it's also about money, basically fighting off the world. Look at her, she's hanging on those things. Pentacles, money, 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 chaos. This situation, this crystal meth situation, human trafficking, is an awful situation. The drugs, from what I read on the human trafficking website, they come from Mexico. They go through Tennessee, and they go out to all of the other states. And this is bondage. This is somebody in bondage because of money because of drugs. People need the money to get the drugs. I think she was a victim. I don't think she's still with us. I'm going to end it with this card, the Ten of Swords. This is a terrible ending. This is backstabbing. This is overkill. But it also shows the sunrise. And I believe whatever happened to her, it's over. I think it was something to do with money and human trafficking, which are the same things. Drugs. The drugs are everywhere out there. It's a terrible thing. They need to do something about these drugs coming across the border, but I don't want to get political, but it's killing our country. Just like this Ten of Swords. I think she's gone on to a beautiful, happy life. These cards, the affirmator cards, were really positive. They're cute, adorable little cards. This is where she is now. She's somewhere else. She's happy. She's not in pain. She's not being neglected. She's not dirty. She's not going hungry. She's not being abused. She's gone on to something wonderful. I don't know if we'll ever find out for sure what happened to her. This is kind of a long reading, but it took me a while to get going with this. Might pull a few more. Will we find her little body? If she's deceased, will we find out what happened to her? Will anybody know what happened? Will we be in the know? Will it be resolved? Let's pull a few more cards. I'm getting a no. I mean, somebody might confess. We've got the Page of Pentacles. There's money again. Somebody, almost like magic, doing drugs. Money. We have the Queen of Swords, and we have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is building something, building a business. It's possible in the future someone will say something. Or she may turn up. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. But look at the Queen of Swords. This is a cruel person. This drug trade, this human trafficking, these people are monsters. They have no souls. Their souls have gone to the drugs. To do the things they've done for money, I'm thinking we're going to get a no on her. But we have to think about summer in the sky and the beautiful sunrise and all that. We have to think about that. She's gone on. She's gone on to a better place. She's not in pain. I think that's all we're going to get. I believe she was taken by someone involved in the drug trade, meth, human trafficking. I think she's okay now. I think she's at peace. We have to concentrate on that card. And I'm going to end the reading here. This was a difficult reading. It's almost like I couldn't get started with it, but this is what I'm seeing. I may do another reading, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to close the circle now, and I want to thank everyone, and we'll see you next time.